Now that you've faced reality, it's time to take complete ownership of your life. Our second step, extreme ownership. How often do you play the victim, blaming circumstances, bad luck, or others' actions? This narrative is the biggest obstacle to true self-mastery. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Life isn't fair, people aren't always kind, and circumstances won't always align with your desires. But that doesn't mean your life is a tragedy unless you decide it is. The ancient Stoics understood what many forget. Some things are within your control and others aren't. Weather, other people's actions, global events, these aren't yours to command. But your responses, decisions, and focus belong entirely to you. When you dwell on perceived offenses and conspiracies, you surrender your power to the outside world. Every finger pointed outward drains energy you could use to build strength. Blame makes you smaller, not stronger. Try this exercise. Transform 3 recent complaints into commitments. My boss doesn't appreciate me becomes, I commit to making my value undeniable. I don't have time for fitness becomes, I commit to prioritizing my health. A bad person cost me an opportunity becomes, I will create my next opportunity. Hardships exist, but refuse to surrender your power to them. Embracing extreme ownership means you stop waiting for the world to fix things and reclaim the power that was always yours. Now that you've claimed ownership, it's time to stop the most insidious form of self-sabotage, inaction. This brings us to our third principle, the imperative for action. You felt it before, the anxiety when facing important decisions or big tasks. We're taught clarity comes before action, but that's backward. Action creates clarity. Let's call procrastination what it really is, self-betrayal. Each time you delay what matters, you steal from your future self, making promises you don't intend to keep, accumulating broken trust with the person who matters most, you. Many take comfort in the myth that preparation equals progress. They research endlessly, plan meticulously, and organize obsessively, mistaking motion for action. But preparation without execution is just stalling. Your perfectly crafted plan means nothing if it stays theoretical. The cure for paralysis isn't perfect action, it's any action. Even imperfect actions create momentum, which builds confidence and yields results. Here's your exercise. Identify one action that genuinely terrifies you, an important task you've been avoiding. That terror isn't a warning. It's a beacon pointing to where your greatest growth lies. Commit to taking that action within 24 hours, no matter what. Your brain naturally prefers planning safety over doing's vulnerability. But real self-mastery happens in that vulnerable space where you stop preparing to live and start actually living. Your future self is waiting for you to fulfill your promises, so start today. Now that you've committed to action, it's time to develop the mindset that will sustain you as you reclaim ownership of your life. This is our fourth step, creating your mastery mentality. For most, comfort has become a modern religion, but comfort is the enemy of growth. It lulls you into stagnation while whispering you're safe. True safety isn't avoiding difficulty. It's becoming someone who can face anything. Consider what a good life entails. Love, wild experiences, disappointment, unexpected sickness, and eventually death. This isn't pessimism, it's truth. Facing it head-on allows you to move forward. When you accept life's full spectrum, you're not held hostage by fear of what might happen. The ancient Stoics practiced amor fati, the love of fate. This radical choice finds beauty and lessons in everything, not because everything is beautiful, but because this perspective empowers you. No circumstance can take it away. Here's an exercise. Identify something you've been avoiding, a situation, emotion, or truth, and find genuine beauty in it. If you can't, find a lesson. Value the pain that makes you stronger, the rejection that redirects you, the uncertainty that teaches you to trust yourself. Practice voluntary discomfort. Cold, showers, fasting, hard conversations. Deliberately challenge yourself to train your mind for uncertainty and tough situations. To master your life, you must master yourself by strengthening your responses under stress. True freedom isn't the absence of challenges, You'll face them regardless. What you can change is how you respond, guided by Stoic wisdom. Focus on developing a self that triumphs over everything, and you'll be free. This brings us to our fifth step, creating a life of freedom worth leading. Be warned, achieving such a life requires courage to cut what doesn't serve you. Most accumulate commitments, relationships, and obligations until they're suffocated. Being your own master means having the courage to say no, not just to others, but to parts of yourself that keep you small. Review your calendar, relationships, and habits. Which align with your deepest values? Which result from drift, people-pleasing, or fear? Beyond a certain point, freedom doesn't come from adding more, but from ruthlessly eliminating what doesn't belong. Any plan must include strategic abandonment. Identify what you'll stop doing, which relationships to exit gracefully, and which commitments to wind down. To be truly free, reclaim ownership of your time and energy. Be prepared. Those benefiting from your current boundaries will resist when you establish new ones. Their discomfort isn't your responsibility. Here's your exercise. Create 2 lists, one with everything that energizes you and aligns with your values, and another with everything that drains you or pulls you off course. Keep what's good, but commit to eliminating one item from the second. List each week until it's empty. Remember, no one else will set you free. Liberation is an inside job requiring decisive action. The life you want is waiting on the other side of saying no to the life you don't. Now for our 6th and final step, the concrete practices transforming this plan into true experience. Self-mastery isn't a destination, it's a practice renewed each day. Begin each day by setting intentions serving your highest self, not your most reactive self. Ask yourself, if I were truly my own master, what would I prioritize today? Then act accordingly. Throughout the day, implement pattern interruptions. When slipping into old habits of blame or avoidance, pause and take 3 deliberate breaths. This creates space for choice. Without it, you're like a broken record running the same programs that kept you stuck. With space and forethought, you can change. Life will test your resolve with disappointments and setbacks. Express your sadness and mourn. But don't treat your entire life as an unfair tragedy. Feel deeply, then choose wisely. Before sleep, conduct an honest inventory. Where did you lead yourself well today? Where did you abdicate authority? This self-leadership moves you from the life you're living to the one you want. For the next 30 days, try implementing one practice from each section. Face one uncomfortable truth each morning. Take ownership of one situation you've blamed on others. Take one imperfect action that terrifies you. Find beauty in one challenge. Eliminate one energy drain and create one moment of deliberate choice. These daily practices strengthen your control over your life, building momentum toward becoming your own master. An unburdened life is built one unburdened day at a time. Don't view this as a distant dream. It's a choice you can make today. We've walked through 6 powerful steps transforming you from merely riding along in your life to confidently taking the wheel. We started with raw honesty, looking at your life without the sugarcoating that keeps you stuck. This truth is your starting point. Many run from their truth, hiding in denial instead of finding power in facing reality. But you've chosen the harder, braver path, seeing yourself clearly, flaws and all. By taking complete ownership, you've stopped seeing life's hard knocks as personal attacks and started viewing them as chances to show strength. Playing the victim might feel momentarily satisfying but leaves you chained to circumstances. Every time you blame others, you surrender pieces of your power. By owning everything in your life, even what isn't your fault, but is now your problem, you reclaim control. You've faced down in action by understanding clarity comes from action, not endless planning. Breaking free from paralysis, you've stepped into real achievement. Life rewards movement, not just thought. Your willingness to act even when scared ultimately sets you free. With Stoic wisdom, you've embraced a mindset finding value in everything, not just the easy stuff. Choosing discomfort deliberately builds toughness for when life imposes it. By learning to love whatever happens, even the hard parts, you've found freedom within your circumstances. Cutting out what doesn't matter takes back your time and energy, ensuring what remains truly matters. Saying no shows the clarity of your yes. Adding without subtracting creates clutter, not growth. Finally, you've woven these principles into daily habits, strengthening your control over your life. These aren't one-time choices, but ongoing promises building you into the master you were born to be. Creating space between what happens and how you respond reveals your real power. There will be days when old habits creep back, when comfort feels better than bravery. In these moments, return to these principles, not with harsh judgment but renewed determination. The master falls but refuses to stay down. What sets the master apart isn't avoiding failure but getting back up every time. The world won't hand you freedom. You must claim it through deliberate choices and consistent action. While others drift through life at the mercy of circumstances, you now have tools to stand firm in your power. Freedom isn't the absence of limits but choosing how to respond to them. True power fulfills responsibilities matching what matters most to you. This journey never ends. Each day brings new challenges and chances to strengthen your command. With each conscious choice, moment of taking responsibility, and brave action, you build momentum toward the life awaiting those brave enough to lead themselves. The question isn't whether you can become your own master. You now know the way. The only question left is, will you be brave enough to walk this path every day, fail sometimes, get back up and keep moving forward until mastery isn't just something you do, but who you are? In upcoming videos, we'll explore how additional ancient, Stoic wisdom complements these lessons. We'll introduce powerful new concepts for a fresh perspective on daily struggles. These ideas share the core truth that becoming your own master requires a complete mental framework. Whether battling distraction, fear, or others' opinions, these Stoic tools perfectly complement your journey of self-mastery. Don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications to join our community of modern masters learning to command their lives instead of being commanded by circumstances. Your engagement helps others discover these transformative tools during their moments of need. Each comment sharing your experiences refines our understanding of how these ancient practices work in contemporary settings. Until next time, remember Epictetus's powerful words. Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. Applying this mastery system alongside your Stoic insights will help you lead yourself effectively and develop unshakable strength no external circumstance can breach. The path to mastering yourself is built one choice at a time. Now go out there and do it.